All right, Bargani, this is Brother Bandalay coming at you. I got my brother once again, Olakwesu Y El Bey, here to break down some law for you. So go ahead and represent.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen of the Constitution of the United States? I just want to inform people, citizens alike, mainly the ones without trial counsel, of some critical things you must do in the event of a criminal prosecution that has been executed against you under a warrant, and some without a warrant. Most of our people at the day and age we live in now is subject to the new and unfound racism within the confines of each state. Now, we are in an era of several prosecutions, malicious and all otherwise. What we must do in the event of a prosecution at the arraignment, we must ask and request trial counsel at the court's expense, along with an immediate request for a suppression hearing and motions for discovery, and you will be ready for prosecution and to challenge the state's witnesses and the state's evidence. Now, what we have going on here in American jurisprudence is the lack of knowledge and understanding of where we need to go. As I mentioned before, in each and every criminal prosecution which is being filed against mainly people of color and without proper representation, what we have here is the system automatically and systematically bringing charges that are mainly unfounded and cannot be proven in a court of law. We have to learn to exercise our substantive and procedural mechanisms within the state. What we have going on here is illegal prosecutions within the state calling for removal of state court charges to the nearest or any federal form that's available to you. These are elements that were implemented right after the 1871 Ku Klux Klan Act that has not been exercised to its full capacity. But we are in the time now that we must bring all of our cases in pro persona.
Right, propria persona.
Not in a pro se manner.
Right.
If anybody got any questions out here that you may want to pose at this time, I can have enough time here to take a few.
All right. Well, so how do you file into federal court from a municipal court?
Well, basically, under the current law, which has been revised, you can only remove a state case to a federal form under two circumstances. One is the denial of a federal right, and one is denial of state's evidence. Once you establish that under Section 28 U.S.C. 1443A, you can apply and make an application for removal. Now, if you want to come straight under Article 6, Section 2 of the Constitution, declaring your free domicile and sovereignty, you can remove all state cases as amended by law to a federal court.
Okay, so you said there was two ways you could do that.
Yeah, under the normal circumstances would be denial of a federal right or denial of state's evidence to present your defense at a state trial.
Denial of state's evidence would mean?
It could be in the form of, say we take a basic traffic stop, which is normally what we are accustomed to. it could be the denial of a video cam cruiser, denial of radio transmission prior to and after the stop. Most of these transmissions will show the court that most state police already had an agenda in making a stop and will make up a criminal charge or some violation in the state to execute that stop. Now, it may found to be that most citizens in the lower cities or the west sides of these cities may have an existing criminal charge or may be driving under suspension already, and they want to execute a stop based on the prior history of that person, which records will clearly show that the Bureau of Motor Vehicle has access to all of your records, and we have transmission between the state police and the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to the prosecutor's office, so they know who to pinpoint and execute these stops.
So with them having contact with the BMV, isn't that illegal?
Well, that's a violation under the 4th and 14th Amendment under this Constitution.
Right.
And it's a violation under Article 6, which supersedes the Constitution. That's Section 2, that all judges shall be bound by Article 6, Section 2.
Gotcha. Okay, so you saying basically any municipal court case can be transferred to a federal court, like a traffic ticket.
And you know what I mean by in the first instance, based on a federally denied right, which is common practice against people of color. We are not afforded the same constitutional amendments under the 14th Amendment under the current Constitution.
Right. So how do you, now you being a Moor, how are you going to be able to take and transfer your cases over as a Moor?
As I just stated, pursuant to Article 6, Section 2, and it's clear, it has a clear constitutional boundaries in the United States concerning the treaty afforded by our forefathers and which give us our full rights as sovereign citizens, which the history of the plight of our people will show you that we have been deprived of all basic rights. And by state officials acting under the color of state law, and some not acting under the color of state law that might be acting in concert with those officials.
Gotcha.